All right, so today we're gonna talk about production possibility and production possibility curve. The production possibility curve is an abstract curve that used to demonstrate an economy's production capacity from a given number of resources, other as resources available within that particular economy. As you see here, we have two goods, which are capital good and consumer goods. So the production possibility curve is formed on three assumptions, and these are: the curve is drawn to an assumption that only two goods and or service can be produced, namely good X or good Y. In this case, we're using capital good and consumer goods. The other assumption is that the PPF or the PPC is constructed such that resources are both fully employed and utilized efficiently. So all our resources within that particular economy is used up among the two goods that is being produced. The third assumption is that the production possibility curve is drawn on the assumption that there were no changes in technology. All right, so there's no changes in technology. Everything was done with the same technology. All right, so for this we have two goods, as I said, capital goods and consumer goods. So what I'm going to do is construct our production possibility curve, which is our PPC, and sometimes you hear as PPF. All right, production possibility frontier. So I went ahead and did a little cheat to save on time. So I went ahead. This is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. So I went ahead and construct our graph here. So we're gonna plot our points. So it is assumed that whenever we produce 28 capital goods, we will have 0 consumer goods, and vice versa. If we do 30 consumer goods, we'll have what? 0 capital goods. All right, so to go ahead and plot our points, we're going to see what goes where. All right, so for 28 capital goods, we have 0 consumer goods. When we have 24 capital goods, we have 10 consumer goods. That's a combination or the trade-off. If we should produce only 18 capital goods, we'll also be able to produce 18 consumer goods. And then where we produce 10 capital goods, we'll be able to produce 25 consumer goods. And then when we max out and produce only 30 consumer goods, will have 0 capital goods. So we're going to go ahead and connect the dots and get our production possibility curve. So that's our PPC right there. And then we're going to indicate where our points are. So point A, which is 28, will be right there. 28 and 0. 24 and 10 is our point B, and then point C is 18. Point D is our 10 and 25, and then 0 and 30 is our point E. All right, so now that we identify our points, we need to know what or which points are attainable from which points are unattainable. And as such, for PPC, because we maximize all our resources within that particular economy, everything along the PPC, so any point A, B, C, D, or E is attainable, and also anything that falls in inside the PPC or the PPF curve is also attainable. Anything to the right of the PPC is unattainable because we cannot produce what we don't have, basically. So the resources that we don't have, we can't stretch beyond that. However, you can have inefficient use of resources, and so I'm gonna put in a point F. So anything below our PPC is inefficient use of resources, and then I'm gonna inject a point G on the outside to show our unattainable point. So point G, anything above or closer to point G is unattainable, while anything inside the PPC, which is to the left, is insufficient use of resources. All right. Next thing we're going to do is calculate the opportunity cost of one of the goods, or what's the opportunity of producing our increase in one good. Give me a second here. All right. So Alright, so let's assume that we want to calculate the opportunity cost of consumer goods in the terms of capital goods between point B to C and C to D. Let's just do point B to C and see what we get. Alright, so the opportunity cost formula is that would equal to the change, use a triangle to represent change, in capital good divided by a change in consumer good. Let's plug our numbers now. So we're doing from what? B to C. All right. So because it's a change, we have to use the current minus the previous. So the opportunity cost would then equals to what? 18 minus 24 divided by 18 minus 10. All right. And then we get what? Negative 6 over, so negative 6 divided by 8. And then this would be negative 0.75. So what this indicates that for every increase in one consumer good, we would need to give up 0.75 of capital good. We would, for every increase of consumer good, we would lose 0.75 of consumer good. I mean capital good. All right. So that's it for that.